Have you ever held a tiny piece of the cosmos in your hand? A stone that seems to contain a storm of light, a miniature galaxy swirling with impossible color? This is the immediate, breathtaking wonder of opal. It is, in the simplest of terms, a gem born from water and silica, yet its appearance is anything but simple. To gaze into an opal is to be promised a journey into a world of vibrant, shifting beauty. It is a spectacle of nature that asks nothing of us but to look and to marvel at the sheer magic within its silent, shimmering depths. The experience is both deeply personal and universally astounding. This remarkable stone is not crystalline in the way a diamond or a ruby is. Instead, it is amorphous, a hardened gel composed of microscopic spheres of silica, all neatly stacked, like oranges in a crate. It is this unique, orderly structure that gives opal its soul. The spaces between these tiny spheres act as a diffraction grating, splitting ordinary white light into its constituent colors. The result is a visual symphony, a phenomenon we call play of color. Each turn of the stone reveals a new combination, a new flash of brilliance. The premium quality of an opal is felt instantly. It does not demand close study to reveal its charm. It announces it with a flourish. The surface seems to glow from within, a soft, luminous quality that feels almost alive to the touch. It is a gem of feeling and emotion, evoking a sense of wonder that few other stones can replicate. Holding one is like cupping a fragment of a rainbow, a piece of the dawn sky, the fleeting, iridescent shimmer on a dragonfly's wing. It's a captured moment of natural perfection, a small miracle that you can carry with you. In a world that often moves too quickly, the opal invites us to pause. It does not shout for attention with a single static sparkle. Instead, it whispers, coaxing you to look closer, to turn it gently in the light, and to witness the slow, deliberate dance of its inner fire. This quiet, interactive relationship is what makes it feel so profoundly luxurious. It's not just an object of beauty, but a source of endless fascination, a tiny planet of color waiting to be explored. Its allure is a testament to the extraordinary beauty that can arise from the simplest of ingredients, given enough time and the right conditions. The heart of an opal's magic lies in its play of color. This is not a pigment within the stone, but an extraordinary optical illusion. Imagine sunlight streaming through a window after a rain shower, creating a rainbow on the wall. Opal performs a similar feat, but on a microscopic scale. The perfectly arranged spheres of silica bend and scatter the light that enters the gem. Depending on the size of the spheres, different wavelengths of light, different colors, are diffracted back to our eyes. This is why, as you move the stone, the colors seem to shift and roll across its surface in a silent, hypnotic ballet. There are several magnificent varieties of this gem, each with its own distinct personality. The most common is the white opal, which displays its soft pastel flashes against a pale, milky background, like colors floating in a cloud. Then there is the black opal, the most coveted of all. Its dark, often black or deep blue, body acts as a dramatic canvas, making the play of color appear astonishingly vivid and electric. Brilliant reds, deep blues, intense greens. Another captivating type is the fire opal. True to its name, it glows with warm hues of yellow, orange, and red, resembling a captured ember or a tiny piece of the setting sun. Some fire opals exhibit play of color. Many are prized simply for their stunning body color. Pale, translucent orange, deep, fiery red, and finally, there is the bolder opal, a uniquely Australian treasure. Here, the precious opal forms in thin veins within a host rock, typically ironstone. Cutters artfully preserve this natural matrix, creating a beautiful and rustic gem where the brilliant colors of the opal contrast with the earthy, dark tones of the stone that birthed it. Understanding these types is to understand the opal's diverse language of beauty. The play of color can manifest as large, broad flashes, known as harlequin, or as tiny, glittering pinpoints of light. No two opals are ever identical. Each pattern is a unique fingerprint, a singular moment in geological time captured forever. This inherent individuality is what makes each opal a personal treasure. It is a silent storyteller, its face changing with every glance, forever sharing a new secret of the light it holds within. The story of opal is deeply rooted in the earth. Its finest chapters are written in the arid landscapes of Australia. For over a century, Australia has been the world's premier source of precious opal. Lightning Ridge in New South Wales, famed for the world's most spectacular black opals. Coober Pedy in South Australia, residents live underground to escape the heat. Sun-scorched remote regions, crucibles where, over millennia, nature perfected its art. But Australia does not hold the sole claim. In the highlands of Mexico, the earth yields vibrant fire opal. Warm, glowing body color, unlike deep, cool Australian black opal. Mexican fire opals have been cherished for centuries, adorning Aztec adornments, adorning Mayan adornments. They speak of a different kind of fire, steady, smoldering warmth born of volcanic lands. More recently, new sources emerged from Ethiopia's plateaus. Discovered in the 1990s, Wello opals stunned the world with brightness and dramatic play of color. Many Ethiopian opals are hydrophane-absorbing water, can temporarily alter their appearance. Dazzling patterns on translucent or white backgrounds. This discovery broadened access to opal beauty. Each location imparts a unique character. The climate-specific chemical conditions combine to create a regional signature. Australian boulder opal, iron-rich rock, ancient weathering. Mexican fire opal, volcanic story. Ethiopian opal, a different geological history. To hold an opal is to hold a piece of place, a tangible connection to deep, slow forces shaping our world. Long before we understood its science, humanity was captivated by opal's otherworldly beauty, and we wove it into our myths and legends. The ancient Romans considered it a symbol of hope and purity, calling it opalus, or precious stone. They believed it combined the virtues of all gems, seeing the red of ruby, the green of emerald, and the blue of sapphire within its depths. Pliny the Elder, the Roman scholar, wrote of it with breathless admiration, describing it as a treasure that defied description. For them, it was the queen of gems, a stone of immense power and good fortune. This reverence for opal stretched across cultures and continents. In Arabic legends, it was believed that opals fell from the sky in flashes of lightning, capturing the heavenly fire within their forms. For the ancient Greeks, opals were thought to bestow the gift of prophecy and protect their owners from disease. It was seen as a stone of vision, both literally and figuratively, capable of opening the mind to new possibilities and revealing the truth. Throughout much of history, opal was regarded as one of the luckiest and most magical of all gemstones, a talisman of great power. Owning an opal is like becoming the custodian of a small, fragile piece of natural art. It is a relatively soft gemstone, ranking between 5.5 and 6.5 on the Mohs scale of hardness. This means it requires more mindful handling than a diamond or sapphire. A sharp knock against a hard surface can cause it to crack or chip. So it is wise to choose protective settings, such as a bezel setting that encircles the entire edge of the gem, especially for rings that are worn daily. It is the birthstone for October, symbolizing faithfulness and confidence. Many people are drawn to its transformative nature, seeing it as a stone of creativity, inspiration, and spontaneous joy. Giving an opal is like offering a universe of color and light, a reminder to find beauty in the unexpected. The stone's long and storied history adds a layer of depth to its visual appeal, connecting its modern wearer to a timeless tradition of human awe and fascination. Owning an opal is like becoming the custodian of a small, fragile piece of natural art. It is a relatively soft gemstone, ranking between 5.5 and 6.5 on the Mohs scale of hardness. This means it requires more mindful handling than a diamond or sapphire. A sharp knock against a hard surface can cause it to crack or chip. So it is wise to choose protective settings, such as a bezel setting that encircles the entire edge of the gem, especially for rings that are worn daily. Wearing opal jewelry with care is the first and most important step in preserving its breathtaking beauty for generations. Caring for an opal is a simple and gentle ritual. To clean your gem, all you need is a soft, damp cloth and perhaps a touch of mild, diluted soap. Avoid harsh chemicals, bleaches, ultrasonic cleaners. These can damage the delicate structure of the stone. Sudden and extreme temperature changes can also be harmful, potentially causing the opal to fracture, a phenomenon known as crazing. One should never expose an opal to intense heat or freezing cold. Storing it is just as important. Keep it in a soft pouch or a separate compartment in a jewelry box to prevent it from being scratched by harder gemstones. A fascinating aspect of some opals is their water content, which can range from 3% to over 20% by weight. This is a remnant of their formation process. Over many years, if an opal is kept in an excessively dry environment, it can slowly dehydrate, which may lead to crazing. For certain types of opals, particularly those from Ethiopia, or very old, fragile pieces, it can be beneficial to store them with a source of humidity, such as a small piece of damp cotton ball in a sealed bag. This simple act helps maintain the stone's internal moisture balance and ensures its stability and brilliance over time. When you hold an opal, you are engaging with a piece of natural history that has been millions of years in the making. Its care is not a burden, but a privilege, a small act of stewardship for a treasure loaned to us by the earth. By treating it with the tenderness it deserves, you ensure that its internal fire will not dim. Its colors will continue to dance, its light will continue to shift, and its story will continue to unfold in your hands. It becomes a companion on life's journey, a constant and beautiful source of wonder.